It's the Nuka-Cola Lounge, presented by the Triple S League.
It'll be a tremendous boon to humanity, you know.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nuka-Cola Lounge podcast. My name is Ash, and I'm here as always with Syb.
Hello.
Now, for those of you who have been following this series, you're probably thinking to yourself, hey, it's not Friday. Well, the plan has always been to try to get to the point where we're releasing more than one episode per week. We're starting to head in that direction by releasing what you might call bonus episodes every now and then. Whenever we can, we'll get them out to you. If interest in this series keeps growing the way it has been, then we will definitely get to the point where we are eventually releasing at least 2 major episodes per week. We want to get as much content as we can out to you guys, and you guys have just been great. We want to thank you for all of the subs and all of the likes and comments that we've been getting on our channel. We truly appreciate it. We're really excited that we're producing something that people out there are enjoying listening to. We're going to be talking today about the perk system in Fallout 4, but first, I have a question for you, Syb.
Yes.
What do leaked Fallout 4 footage and painfully fake-sounding orgasms have in common?
Well, let's see here. They're both on this site called Pornhub. Never heard of this site before. Have you?
I had to go look up what porn is. Apparently it's short for something called pornography.
Pornography?
We were completely just blown away that this exists. Anyway, as the story goes, well, why don't you tell the story, Syb?
Well, you recall back to the San Diego Comic-Con and all of the leaked footage that came out there from the trailers and the things, and the companies eventually were like, oh, we pulled this trailer down like 4,000 times today. Fine, we'll just release it. And meanwhile, they have, how many millions and millions of viewers not going to their site, not looking on their YouTube, but going to other people's. And it's kind of funny that Bethesda has fallen into this little technology trap at Gamescom and QuakeCon. We've seen it here this week that anything you try to prevent from getting out will eventually get out. You can take those things down on official sites, but once you enter the dark web areas, or the areas that don't really give a crap what you think and how many lawyers you have because they're not based in the States, you get these very comical situations happening.
Well, this certainly is funny. I laughed out loud when I heard about this. I don't think this is the kind of marketing and PR that they were going for. Having their footage stolen, put up on the internet, and then taken down repeatedly until somebody decided to upload it to Pornhub, where they can't do anything about it.
Kind of proved that Fallout 4 is better than sex.
Nicely done.
Like, I get where they're coming from. They want to do a slow, kind of a trickle of information.
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with releasing things bit by bit or having, an exclusive footage for an event. Come be the first to see this new game footage. But it should at least be something significant, and then why not just release it to the public community right after? It's going to be released anyway.
Yeah.
Why try to keep it under wraps?
The fact that they're trying is really confusing to me because they just kind of blew everybody away at E3. There was no real need for them to do this. And then when it comes to the footage itself, spoiler alert, it has to do with shooting things. And not in a way that we didn't see in E3.
Wait a minute. You get to shoot things in Fallout 4?
Yeah, I know. There's nothing new. It's basically the same footage that we saw before in slightly different circumstances. With we got to see more power armor. That was good. But other than that, nothing new, nothing unique. But like I said, they did a great job at E3, and I'm looking forward to their next event, which I'm hearing some rumors that it might be at PAX.
Well, that should be interesting, and that's taking place in about 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If any big news drops there, we will definitely be reporting on it in a future Nuka-Cola Lounge. Let's move on to talking about the perks system, perks in Fallout 4.
So yeah, in this one, we're actually getting a perk every level. Same with Fallout 3. different than 1 and 2. 1 and 2, it was once every 3 levels. This is pretty good news. A lot of people are kind of skeptical as to, whether it was a good idea to drop the skills, but the skills have been integrated into the perks.
So instead of dropping points into skills every time you level up, you're choosing a perk. So if you want to go up in lockpicking or something like that, there's a perk specific to that would be the equivalent of dropping X number of points into your lockpicking skill.
Yeah, and so it's a little less fine-tuning. With the skills, I feel that it's going to be harder to balance yourself. We'll wait and see how the combat and the leveling goes, but I'm hopefully optimistic. I didn't like that they removed the traits, and now they've removed the skills, so now we're basically down to just perks and the special system that makes your character unique, and I like character customization, so it's a little bit of a loss for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the perks in previous Fallout games seemed like more of a bonus to the system as opposed to now it's your primary way of leveling up your skills.
I would have preferred more of the scaling skill system that they had in Skyrim over top of just completely removing skills altogether.
Why do you think they've gone in this direction?
I think
Is it to simplify the system?
I think they were looking at the complaints of Fallout 3 and they were thinking, how can we make it a little bit more streamlined? There were a lot of people who didn't understand skills, and I think they think that this will help, but it kind of makes it, I don't know, it makes it more shooterish. It makes it more Call of Duty-like, and I'm not a super fan of it yet, but we haven't played it yet, so I'm willing to give them a try, just kind of going to miss the character customization benefit.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where we'll have to wait and see how it works. Who knows? I mean, this is how innovation happens. Maybe it's a new revolutionary system that's going to revolutionize RPG gaming, or maybe it'll be a blunder and they'll do something different in their next game. We want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think about the new perks system and about Bethesda's recent marketing strategy? Please drop your thoughts in some comments below, or you can tweet us. Our Twitter handle is @SSLeague. If you have any theories about Fallout 4, or other topics you'd like us to discuss, we want to hear those as well. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back on Friday with another great topic.
I think I'm going to go grab some Nuka Cola.
Yeah, grab me one too, will you?